cookies and water up here, and then we have the coffee truck over there for you. So please welcome. Come get what you need ahead of time if you like, or wait till after.
All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Raise your hand if you can hear me. Awesome. Well, good morning to everybody. Welcome to the official groundbreaking ceremony for the Open Arms Pregnancy Care Center and Real Choices Clinic, a faith-based nonprofit ministry now in our 21st year of service to North Idaho. My name is Dr. Richard Hawk. I'm honored to serve as the Executive Director of Open Arms, and I will be the MC for today's program. We'd like to say thanks to the project team. Let me identify some folks. First off, Baker Construction and Development for all they've done here to partner with us in this new facility. Architects West, the Hayden Chamber of Commerce. We certainly appreciate their support and their partnership with us in this ongoing project. A special shout out to Press On Coffee, Wake Media, Photography by Luba, and the Coeur d'Alene Press for joining us today. We'd like to extend a special welcome to some in attendance and those following us online today and Facebook Live. This morning we have with us the President of the Hayden City Council, Roger Satterfield. We have the Baker Construction Team, Superintendent, Project Managers, and others. Members of the Architects West team. We have the members of the Hayden Chamber of Commerce, to include many members of their board, their executive director, and their ambassadors. We'd also like to say welcome to the Open Arms Board of Directors, the staff and volunteers, and then finally to the donors and supporters and partners of Open Arms, many of you which have been in partnership with us for the last 2 decades. Some of you might not be fully familiar with Open Arms, and maybe you're asking, so what is an Open Arms? Well, Open Arms is a resource center. We provide education and classes on parenting, pregnancy, and life skills. We host support groups for miscarriage, post-abortion support, and sexual abuse. We operate a children's boutique stocked with new and gently used clothing, car seats, pack and plays, monitor sets, and resources. But we're more than a resource center. We're a pregnancy medical clinic. In our 21 years of operation, back in 2007, we became a clinic, a full functioning medical clinic which provides medical grade pregnancy testing, limited obstetric ultrasounds, medically current, evidence-based options counseling, and community referrals for medical support and adoption needs. Emerging programs in the community include sexually transmitted infection, testing and treatment, as well as getting back into the public and private high schools as we were in 2019 with a message of healthy relationships and sexual risk avoidance. In summary, Open Arms helps individuals in North Idaho make life-affirming choices through education, compassionate support, and pregnancy-related services. This morning, we're privileged to hear from 4 different speakers. They're going to talk to us about their perspective on the Open Arms project. I'll introduce them one at a time, and I would ask that you would hold your applause until they're finished. Our first speaker this morning, Roger Satterfield from the Hayden City Council. Roger.
Thank you, Doctor. City of Hayden wants to welcome you, your staff, to the city, and thank you very much for choosing us to locate. I know you're going to like it here. This is just one more reason why the City of Hayden is such a great place to live and work. We've tried very hard to attract businesses here, and this is just exactly what we are trying to attract. So again, thank you guys very much for coming here. Last night, I'm not that familiar with Open Arms, so I went online last night. I knew who they were, what they did, but I went online last night and looked at their website. Their website alone, the compassion, the caring, the non-judgment, it just, you know, a lot of websites are kind of cold. This one was just absolutely wonderful. So important to our community that we have facilities like this because they're life-changing. They help people. They change people's lives, and they change them for the better. They make a difference in our community. Again, thank you very much for what you do. Thank you very much for being here. And the City of Hayden welcomes you with open arms. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger. Next up this morning, we're privileged to have the chairman of the Open Arms Board, Mike Guterud. Mike, come join us.
Well, good morning, and thank you for letting us be here today. We are so excited about this stage of growth that we're witnessing, and we really appreciate that you're here to celebrate with us as we go forward. I'm going to share a little bit about my perspective. I may kind of reiterate some things that Dr. Hawk also said. Open Arms did begin in 2001, and it was a small group of people with a real heart and compassion and a vision for God's calling on their lives in the ministry of sanctity of life. So they started in 2001. I came on the board. Well, actually, I was introduced in 2003 to the director at that time by my wife, who's here. And decided to go through their orientation training to see what it was all about. And I said, I stand beside you in this. So I put my name forward, and in 2004, I was nominated onto the board of directors, and I've been serving there since. And in that time, we have seen many different things happen. The ministry has grown significantly, and we had some watershed moments as we grew. The number of people that we've been ministering to and to provide services for has grown significantly every year. So in 2007, as Dr. Hawk mentioned, we began to look at the next step in the ministry, and that was the limited obstetrical ultrasound, using that as a means of providing even a deeper service. And so we entered into the medical clinic part, which was a significant challenge for us at first, and we worked through that. There was a lot of training and understanding. We had to train our nurses and all of that, and it went very well. And it also provided a new service, but it helped us to grow to the next level. But in all of this, as the board chair now, I just want to say that we felt a responsibility to be good stewards of the resources that we've been overseeing. And so in around 2016, we really felt that to continue to pay lease on sites that were not optimal for what we needed, but they would work, was not being a good manager of resources. And so we thought, what if we had our own facility, and we began to look at what would it take to purchase something and or build. And we realized that building was the better option because it would give us the ability to have exactly what we needed for that time and for the future. And it has been a long journey and process. And I'm not going to go into all the details, but there's been a lot of things that have played into that. But I want to say that in all of what we have done from the very beginning, it's been God's favor on the ministry. And that's my prayer now, is that we would continue to be a blessing into this community as we enter into Hayden, and that we would be a blessing to those we provide services for. And we look forward to many years of working together to better this community. So I just want to say thank you for that.
Thank you, Mike. Now we're privileged to hear from our Open Arms Construction representative, Brandy Ross, who's going to give you an update on the project and where we stand.
Well, hello, everybody. Thank you all for coming. This is a great turnout today. We appreciate everybody coming out. So yes, I have been privileged to serve on the Open Arms board for 5 or 6 years as its treasurer, and now am able to represent them through this construction process. I also want to shout out to Architects West and Baker Construction on their play and getting this building off the ground, and all their support throughout the way. So yes, our new building is actually going to be a single-story structure with a mezzanine. It'll be built under the 2015 IBC standard code as an A3 occupancy group type 5B building. So all that just means it's going to be much nicer and better than what we're in right now. We're very happy about that. So it's a Northwest contemporary style building with pre-finished metal roof and siding with brick veneer. It'll meet or exceed any local energy efficiency codes. Our current facility right now is around 4,000 square feet of space. And like Mike mentioned, it's not ideally laid out for our use and needs, but we have been definitely blessed and thankful for it in the time that we've been there, but are very excited to be taking the next step in growth into our new building. The new building will eventually be just over 9,900 square feet. Of that, we're going to finish about 7,000 square feet right now and leave about 2,900 square feet unfinished. The finished 7,000 square feet will accommodate a separate area for medical clinical services, a resource center with a boutique, and administrative space that is much needed. They'll also include a small memorial garden that's outside that will be used for many different things. The unfinished space is still being developed, but the thoughts are be some type of a small convention venue for either trainings or fundraising. So that'll be kind of in the future as funds allow. The construction on this project should take about 6 to 7 months. And the goal would be to be in the new facility by the end of the year, beginning of the next. We are looking into we have some financing approved just recently by ICCU, which I see them here today. Thanks for coming out, guys. And we are still, for reasons of payments and just the affordability of that payment, still looking into fundraising for this project as we go along. So I see we have a fundraising committee. I see you guys out there, part of you guys. Thanks for coming out. We have also a building committee. I don't think they were able to come out today, but I wanted to kind of just acknowledge them and their help with this. But we wanted to just ask you that if anyone is led to help us financially raise this building, that you contact the clinic, or you're feel free to talk to me afterwards on how you guys could play a part in that. Also, as I close my time with you here today, I want to give a big heartfelt thank you to all those that have already done so much financially and given of their time to make this point in this project a reality. I mean, it's been years and years of work kind of get to this point. So we really thank all of you who have participated in that. I want to say thank you to the board, volunteers, the staff, everyone who makes this ministry possible, and the ongoing support that's given there. Thank you to Dr. Hawk, the Chamber, the Mayor, Baker Construction, Architects West, all those that made this day here possible. And thank you to my wife and kids who have allowed me to spend the time necessary to get this project to the point that it's at. So I thank you all and have a blessed day.
Thank you, Brandy. Just a special word about Brandy. You know, nearly every one of us has a day job. Brandy's actually got 2 day jobs, right? He's got his job that helps support his family, and then he's given above and beyond to this project because of his skill and his aptitude. So we're just so thankful for him. If it wasn't for Brandy, I'm not sure which one of the rest of us would have taken on this project, but we'd have needed a lot more help from Baker and the Architects West guys. Hey, so we appreciate it. We appreciate him. A next speaker for us, Melissa Schock. She's the chairman of the board for the Hayden Chamber. Welcome, Melissa.
What a nice day it is today out. This is perfect. Well, I just want to thank Open Arms for joining the members in our membership, and you'll really enjoy our breakfasts and the people that are in our community that go to our breakfasts, and our board members are out there and your support over there. And Miss Andrea Folk, she's our new executive director since December now. She's doing a good job. So if you want to be a member, go to her. So anyways, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to say. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Melissa. And I would like to introduce Mark Kilmer, the regional director with Congressman Russ Fulcher's office, who's going to make a presentation.
Thank you, and thank you for allowing me to be part of this. Congressman Fulcher is very supportive of any expansion and growth of organizations in Idaho, but especially an organization like this, a ministry that does so much for the people in the area and all that you do. And so, Congressman Fulcher wanted me to be here, and Terry from our office is also here to present a flag that was flown over the U.S. Capitol in recognition of this groundbreaking. Hopefully the start of, this will be a great facility once it's open. We look forward to coming back and maybe having Congressman Fulcher come and visit once it's all done. But on behalf of him, thank you for all that you do, and thanks for expanding. So,
Let me finish with a few closing words. In an increasingly hostile world full of strife, division, and pain, people need a place they can go to for hope. Open Arms meets people before, during, and after their pregnancies at their point of need and walks with them as they make decisions in the midst of difficult circumstances. We believe that every life is sacred. At this new facility, we will continue to positively impact the community by caring for the preborn, the newborn, and the mothers, fathers, and families that are faced with challenging decisions. Our strength and resolve comes from our deep abiding faith in the one who has ordained a purpose and a plan for all of us. And the prayers, volunteer hours, and financial gifts from individuals, families, businesses, and churches in the towns and cities of North Idaho. That partnership will allow Open Arms to stay open, and more than that, to continue to serve. And with God's help, we pray that that service will continue into the next decade and beyond. We'd like to thank everyone who's participated with us today, both here personally and online. Years from now, we hope that you look back at this moment and you can say, I was there at the start of Open Arms in the Hayden community. In a moment, we're going to perform a ceremonial dirt throw. And after that, the formal ceremony will be concluded. But I would ask you to do a couple things. Consider speaking to one of our Open Arms representatives. They have the t-shirts on. We have a table set up. If you're not as familiar with Open Arms as you'd like to be, and maybe you'd like to know more about how you could be involved. Additionally, we'd encourage you to spend some time mingling with your friends and family. Maybe get a selfie in front of some of this heavy equipment and just capture the moment that you've shared with us today. We also have refreshments here by Baker Construction and Development, cookies and water, as well as Press On Coffee, who's giving us all the coffee we can drink until 10:45. Don't disappoint me, okay? We want them to know that we love our coffee in North Idaho. So again, thank you so very much. And now we'll move into the ceremonial dirt toss. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thanks for coming again. There's coffee available. You want to get some selfies?